Every year there's a major event in the business world that can help you throughout the entire next year when it comes to marketing ideas and even sales. What you need to know is it doesn't take much time for you to put a swipe file together of Black Friday specials, but it'll help you immensely. I'm Scott Sylvan coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about marketing and swipe files, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live from Waimea Bay, Oahu. So every year, Black Friday is a big deal, and companies will spend months agonizing, like, how do we put a special or an idea or an offer together that's gonna benefit us and take the money from our competitors? And you can absolutely use this to your advantage. So there's gonna be a couple of concepts here that I'm gonna share and some directions for you to take of how to do this. One, it's super easy. You go to your computer and you create a file, or you go to your email account and you create a Black Friday swipe file. Two, any offer that you get, no matter the product, the service, the good, whether it has anything to do with you or not, goes into that file. Three, you can sort later how you want, by color, by shape, or by design. The traditional use of a swipe file is this. You look at the headline and see if there's a way for you to copy the structure, not word for word, the structure. So it may be a how-to headline. It may be the reason why headline. It could be 5 reasons why headline. But what you're doing is you're like, oh, if that headline works in that market, it may work in mine. And it gives you some ideas for you to work from, so you're not constantly starting from a blank slate. The next thing you're gonna look at is, like, what's the premise? What's the first 300 or 400 words about? What's the introduction? Like, when you think of this video, I did an introduction based upon what I thought would get the most amount of attention and cause you to watch based upon everything that I've studied. That's the beautiful use of a swipe file, is you can use it on video too. It doesn't just have to be print. It doesn't just have to be a landing page, you know? So then what you do is you look at the bullet points, like what are the benefits that that company gives? And then you look at how they ask for the business. And then you look at the PS structure, and then you look at the bonuses. And what you're gonna find is there is a flow, there is a structure, there is a commonality to a lot of this content. And it is absolutely to your benefit to start taking this content and moving it over. And you're like, hey Scott, well, how do I use this throughout the year? I mean, like, they're gonna talk about Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday is gonna be a sub-headline. It's gonna be part of the content, maybe loosely, but it's not gonna be the main content. There's gonna be lots more that you can take a look at. You can look at the headlines. You can look at the body. You can look at the text. You can look at the bullets. You can look at the fonts. You can look at the colors. You can look at the images. You can look at how they laid the page out. There is so much for you here. And if you're not taking the time to look, and especially other industries, like, you look at your industry and most of the time everybody's going to say the same thing. The benefit for you is to look outside of your industry. Like, every time that I travel here to Hawaii, every time I go to a different city, I look at the ads. I'm like, is there anything unique or interesting that somebody's using in an ad locally that could be used regionally, that could be used nationally, that might be able to be licensed or leased, or they might even just give it away? You never know with what angle that you're going to come up with what strategy that you're going to have. What you need to know is your competition doesn't think about this. So I have been in multiple marketing meetings where this is what happens. Jim, what are we doing for marketing this month? Bob, I don't know. Well, why don't we take 5 minutes and figure it? I'm like, 5 minutes? You're gonna spend tens of thousands of dollars on a marketing campaign based upon 5 minutes of conversation? No, that's what we refer to as the wrong way, right? That's not the right way to do this. What you're gonna find is your capability of coming up with unique concepts, ideas, and angles happens from spending time and talking things through and looking at reviews and looking at the conversations and looking at complaints. What it doesn't come from is 5 minutes of conversation sitting around the table saying, I wish we could, like, why don't we just ran what we ran last summer? Like, oh my goodness, why don't we just do what we did last November? It doesn't work that way. For you to get momentum, for you to get leverage, you should absolutely really be thinking through, like, how can I acquire this information and store it in a storehouse, like a folder, like a file, like an email, where, like, the only reason I have that email is to collect Black Friday information. You could use this strategy in any service, any product. Just want to let you know that I appreciate you. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.